Okay. So I selected that. I right-clicked on it. I went to Create Outlines, and now these are no longer type objects, but they are a group of individual shapes. You can see that over here in the layer window. So these are just now shapes. They're just little shapes, which now you can play with them. So you've got two different arrow selection tools. Instead of just like a move select tool, you've got a selection tool, which selects an entire object or group of object. It more or less selects the parent, which we haven't talked about parent-child relationships, but we'll get there eventually. Then you have a direct selection tool, which cuts directly through any sort of grouping or anything that you've given that object and goes directly for what you're selecting. So in this case, I can just grab like these anchor points instead of grabbing all the other ones. And I know that I have them selected because they're blue and not this sort of clear white. Okay. All right. So what I can do from there is drag them and play with them. So when we do our type object later in the week, this is a lot of what you'll be doing. Hopefully not as, fugly as mine. Like that, okay? So that lets you really mess with them because now they are just shapes. All right. Now, to answer Alex's question, yeah, if you want to make type work on a path, make it curvy or make it conform to a shape, then you use the type on a path tool. So then you come to a shape, click on it. Again, it will override that shape. That shape will go away. And then you can type on it. The whole thing. And it will conform. And it will conform.
I wasn't really talking about that. I was saying if you want to take that, copy is always the hardest thing, the top line.
Uh-huh.
You wanted to have it like that, but you just wanted to bend it like a little bit so you can make it fit inside that other shape. Can you do that?
Yeah, so in order to do it on, you want to do it like on the inside of the shape?
No, like on the outside. You see how there's the cutout, right? If you want to put the words, half of them on the inside, but bend it around the outside, you delete the shapes.
Not sure what I didn't delete it. It's still there. You want to do...
You just picked up that copy part.
Yeah.
You put it in the white spot.
Oh, you want...
bended it around.
Like here?
Yeah,
on the inside?
Put it inside there. It's like halfway in that white big cutout.
Yeah.
You bend it around.
Around this edge here?
Yeah, but not where it's typing on the actual shape, but in the inside. Like you...
What?
Yeah, I'm confused about what you want to do.
Oh, I'm literally... it's probably easy. Maybe I'm just retarded talking about
No, it's okay.
You just like pick this up, so it's like here. Could you like say, oh, I want to take this and bend it around the backside?
You want it to fit... Do you want it... So you want it to fit like... You want it to fit into this negative shape?
However I wanted to do it. Can I just move that inner word inside there and then tilt the back end so it looks like it's natural?
Your best bet is to, like, if you want to keep the shape too, make a copy of it and paste in place, Command F, instead of Command T, or what we were doing before. Grab one of them and then go copy. Oops, is it actually typing? Hold on, it's not actually typing. Let me grab my. You're still gonna have to do type on a path. All right, copy. Oops, here we go. You're right there. This is where it can get confusing. Like I made a shape here. Come here. All right. Oops. I zoomed way in. Okay. So I think I have two shapes here. No, I have one. All right. Let's. That mode I'm going into here is Command Y. This is outline mode. This will take off all of the stroke and fill and other special things you've done, so you can see just the paths you have. It's really nice if you like lose something, right? Because if your stuff gets really, really crazy and you lose something, you can come back. You can go into outline mode and generally find it really easily. Helps you just edit paths instead of getting too caught up in the shape. Okay, so I would copy the shape, paste it right where it needs to be. Make sure you've got a second one. Grab your type on a path tool. All right, put it here. E is the hardest thing to do. All right, then come up and make sure that you've got that. But let's change color real quick. I don't know why it's black or why it's gray. All right, there we go. So is that more or less what you're talking about?
Yeah, essentially.
Sort of.
Yeah,
like,
but I was just saying that if you just had it in the middle, so not
You
where
wanted
it's
it
on
outside-
the line.
not-
you want it outside that shape?
Yeah, outside
and then
the shape, and then wrap it around the shape.
Oh, right. Do you want it to touch the shape at all?
No, not at all.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's easy.
I was just saying, like, over imaginary line.
Okay.
Right there and then bend it.
Right. Okay, so what you would do then is you still need to grab this curve, this shape to play with. So what I would do is I would grab that anchor, and this anchor, copy those, paste them in place. So now I've got two right on top of each other, and it actually need to delete.
How do you copy and paste them?
Command C to copy it, and then Command F to paste it in place. Let's change. Oops. I'm tired, Nikki.
Sorry, keep yawning.
It's okay. All right, so I've got that one there. What I would do with it is scale it up from the center a little bit, like that, to make it a little bit bigger in the shape it's in. You could pull this out a little bit. Pull this up here, maybe. Oh, did it? Oh, I see what it's doing. Am I making you late for something? You keep checking your watch.
No. I don't know, I'm just fancy today.
Okay. Alright, you essentially just need this path to be here. Alright, I'm just going to try to match. Like if I look at that this way, I'm just trying to match it as much as possible.
Oh, yeah.
And then you grab your grab your type on a path tool. And you can make this go higher than 72. Right. So that essentially is doing what you want. You'd want to play with that path.
Can you make it float? Yeah.
Just a little bit more.
Yeah.
Make sure it's even. But yeah, I mean that's fairly easy. You still got to think about it in terms of you need a path to draw on, okay, and to type on, and you can still grab the same path. I can grab that same path. I don't need to like freehand it with a pen tool. I can just come in and copy this path that already exists. That's part of this shape. All right. So don't always try to think about the manual ways to do things. Try to think about the most efficient way to do things. Okay. So let's see. What else do we need to talk about? Text line, lines, pen tools, swatches. Okay. So we haven't really talked about swatches at all. Swatches are over here. There's lots of different color swatches that are already open. There's a default. These are just default basic RGB colors. There's your primary colors. Colors in Illustrator by default are going to be CMYK because of it's primarily a computer to print program. All right, usually. Not always, but usually. It's becoming less and less that way. But so always remember that your color space is going to be CMYK to start with, whereas Photoshop was RGB. If you ever want to change that, you can just come to File, Document Color Mode, RGB. So if you know you're working for the screen, you'd want you change to a color mode that's RGB. I don't know if any of you noticed it, but watch the swatches when I change colors.
They changed.
They change a little bit, don't they?
Very slightly.
It's the gradient changes the most. Yeah, so there are some actual like perceptible changes that happen. Okay, so be aware of the color space that you're working in. For this, we're going to work in CMYK. So.
How do you make your own swatch?
Good question. So to make your own collection of swatches, all right, or to make your own swatch, if you make your own swatch, you just open up your color picker, grab a color you want. Maybe I want this color. It's yelling at me for some reason. Cool, got a color. I like this color. I want to save this color. Bring it over here and drop it. If you don't have a folder made for it, it's going to append it to this sort of big default group over here.
How do you drop it? You just drag and drop?
Yeah, I'll do it again. But you can also make a color group. So maybe I want to save the 4 colors that I want to use for the logo. So I'll say logo colors. See, it creates a folder. Now grab that color automatically because it was my active color in my color picker. All right, so it added it over there. It also moved it from there. But maybe I have another color I want to add, like this orange. Same value. So I just click and grab and drop it. Oops, come here. Drop it on the folder. Then it adds it right there. Okay. And I'll grab another one. I'm not actually going to use these colors. Well, maybe I could use these colors. They're kind of gross, but. And then again, black would be my 4th color. So. All right. So like for instance, that would be my 4 colors for my logo. All right. I want you to do this. Make a palette. All right. Make a palette for each of your variations because you're gonna have 3 different variations. All right, and they'll have 3 different colors, or they'll each have different palettes. All right. Again, palette being the collection of colors you're gonna use. All right. It's really gonna help you keep everything clear in your mind. You're not gonna worry about it too much. Gradients. Okay, gradients. Gradients are fun. Gradient tool is usually going to be up here. Lots of fun gradients to play with. There's 4 gradients to play with. Yeah, all right. You can do linear and radial. Linear gradients, of course, and gradients are always added to an object. So let's grab this guy. Grab my gradient. Drag my gradient out. Here.
It's not really a gradient anymore.
Yeah, it's not. There we go. And then I can change like, okay, where's my white start? Where's the midpoint in here? This is sort of my gradient bar. I can move it up there, but it doesn't really matter. Then maybe we can change to radial. So now it's a circle. Sort of shows you that. Make it bigger, make it smaller. If you want to edit those colors, you should be able to come in here and just double click it. There we go. Well, with the radial, you don't need to change angle.
No, I mean when it was straight.
Yeah. You can change your colors. Let's go back to that. So linear. If you want to change your angle, you can do it in steps like this. And I think it's just used to be. Oh, I guess not. That's weird. No, I'll have to. They changed it. Oh, there we go. Okay. So if you hold Option and come to the very top, you get a little rotate icon. Your icon changes that little rotate thing on it. Just click and drag that, and that will let you change your angle. Smoother. You can also add points in here. So maybe you want 3 colors. Make it a little longer. So you can play with all that stuff.
It's making me think of the new Instagram.
That new Instagram is terrible.
It is.
So, alright. You can play with this, move it around, do whatever you want. Gradients are very hard to do right.
Oh, Instagram changed their logo so that it has a gradient on it.
Right now we're going to not worry about libraries and brushes. Symbols and patterns. Man, you know what? I don't want to bombard too much at you right now. We're going to stop here, and then we're going to spend some time just doing research and pencil sketches before we jump into Illustrator. Okay. It's 2 now, so let's spend an hour just doing research and sketches. And then after that hour, we'll review your sketches and stuff, and we'll do some more. And then you can jump into Illustrator. Okay?